Hi everyone and welcome. In the previous video we have covered that how to log Modbus TCP IP device data into the SQLite database using JavaScript. Okay, so if you have simulated Modbus TCP device or physical Modbus TCP device running in your plant, then you can use JavaScript to read the data from those TCP IP device, okay, and then you can log the Modbus TCP device data into the SQLite database. Now in this video, instead of logging the data into the SQLite database, we are going to log our Modbus TCP device data into the CSV file on the daily basis. So it will generate the new CSV file on every day, so we can easily manage our data and we can easily store our data into the CSV file. So let's see how you can do that. So this is the basic diagram. Okay, so we have Modbus TCP IP device. We are going to run our JavaScript code in the Windows machine or Linux operating system or Raspberry Pi or any other Linux development board. And we can store our data into the network drive or directly into the SD card or any other drive. Okay, so let's see how you can do that. So I will upload the link here to download the code, and once you get the code you will have these files inside the code. Now the main file is the index.js file and the supporting file is the config.json file. So whatever you provide the details in the config.json file, the index.js file will work like that. So here you can see in the config.json file, here I have mentioned that I want to read the holding register from 0 to 5 quantity, and here is the tag names HR tag 0, HR tag 1 and so on. And here is my device detail. So the device name is device 1, the IP address of my device is this one, the port number or you can say the TCP port, and here is the slave ID. Okay, so this is the basic detail of my Modbus device, that what is the communication parameter and which type of register I'm going to read and what is the quantity and what is the tag name. So I have provided everything in this config file. Now here in this portion you have to provide where you are going to log your data. So here is the path where I'm going to store my CSV file at interval of 5000 millisecond. So our JavaScript will read the data from Modbus TCP IP device and it will store the data into that CSV file at interval of 5000 millisecond, or you can say 5 seconds. And once the date got changed, it will create the new file and it will store the data in that new file. Okay, so once you get this code, you first have to install the necessary packages. So in the readme.md file, I have provided the code to install the necessary package. So you have to copy this. Okay, and you have to open the command prompt here and then you have to paste it. So once you run this code, the node modules folder will be created, okay, and the package will be stored inside that folder. And here you can see added 29 packages. So everything is done. Once you run this code, okay, you will get this folder and that's it. Then after you are able to run this index.js file. Okay, let me rename it index.js. Okay, now you can run this file. So to run this file, we first have to provide the necessary detail in the config.json. So here I have already provided the necessary detail in the config.json, and here is my Modbus simulator, okay, which is OpenModSim software, which is free, open source, and you don't have to purchase any license for it. So once you run your Modbus simulator and once you auto simulate the first 5 holding register, we can directly run our JavaScript file and we can log our data into the CSV file. Okay, so I'm going to minimize this one. Here is the command prompt open. I'm going to use node index.js and I'm going to hit enter. So it will create one folder on my desktop. Okay, and then it will connect with this Modbus TCP IP device. You can see connected to device 1 at IP address of 127.0.0.1 and the port number 502. And here you can see Modbus logs folder is created, inside which we will have our CSV file. So you can see this is the CSV file for device 1 for this date. Okay, and it is logging the data at interval of 5 seconds. Now if you want to see the data, then you can open this CSV file and then you can monitor the data or you can watch the data. So I'm going to stop it and we are going to open this CSV file. And here you can see we have the timestamp. Okay, so we have to format it. Okay, we will go to the custom, and here we will add second as well. Okay, so every 5 seconds it will log the data into this CSV file, as you can see here. Okay, so it won't miss any second here, and it will continuously log the data until you stop the JavaScript code. And if you have more number of tag, then it is going to add the more number of tag in this other columns, and here you will have the data, and then after you can use this data for analysis or for any other purpose. Now if you have stopped the code, okay, and if you start the code again, then it won't create any other file. Okay, it will use the same file to log the data, and if the date changes, then after it will create the new file. And once it will create the new file, then only it will add the header in that file. For the older files, it will not add any other header in that file. Okay, so I hope this thing is clear. Also, I hope that this is clear that how you can use JavaScript to log your Modbus TCP device data into the CSV file. Now we have got this error because we have opened the CSV file, okay, and the JavaScript was not able to access the CSV file. That's why we have this error. But if you don't touch your CSV file, and if you keep as it is, then it will continuously log your data into that CSV file. Now you can see the timestamp. Okay, also it will increase the size after few seconds. So I hope everything is clear, and if you still have any questions or any doubt, then you can always ping me on Telegram, Instagram, WhatsApp, anywhere. And here is the file which you will get inside the download folder. So first one is index.js file, which is the main file. The second one is config.json file, which is used to configure our register, that which register we are going to read, what is the register name, and also you can add input register, coil, and input coils here. How to add it? So for that I have already provided the another config file for the sample. So if you have input register, coil, and input coil, then this is how you can add those things here in the config file. Okay, so you can refer this config file if you want to add more things here. Okay, so I hope everything is clear, and here also I have mentioned the npm command to install the necessary packages. So let's meet in the future videos, and in the future videos, instead of logging the data in the SQLite database or CSV file, we are going to log our Modbus TCP device data into the MS SQL database or MySQL database. Okay, so let's meet in the future videos. Till then, take care, goodbye, and thank you.